They are walking into a stack up. 3 players on this side of the map. They're slowed as well by that smoke being into position. Actually, Alfajer doesn't look like he's going to use that wall for the post plant at all.
Oh, he's going up into the window as the exec comes through. Kaajak already dropped, and here's Alfajer's opportunity. He's being spotted, still manages to find one. He's pulling them back into this. Opening pick for RRQ, but an immediate response from FNATIC puts them into a 4v2 post plant.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to break back in. That double entry's huge, but Alfajer still on the wall, has been caught out. Chronicle in a fairly open position, but will just opt to fall back. Utility not really available for that attack, but a singular paranoia for Monyet.
Could get them back through. Chronicle's just got his flashback online. There's the shot from Jemkin though. Crashies, who is desperately low, is down. And it's the 2 players in Boathouse who have to pull this off. Chronicle with a pistol in hand. It might not be.
FNATIC are just having to contact into this one.
Straight through the side for utility, they will go. That's the problem. A lot of reactive util in play for RRQ. The salvo coming in from crazyguy still has 1 left to play with. Reveal comes in, the spams can now fire right back through. Very oppressive in terms of the util, the positions that RRQ are playing in as well. It's making it a bit of a headache for FNATIC. And with that extra time bought, rotation through from Jemkin, mid fully secured, and FNATIC are going to go for this late control. Alfajer wants to push deep into the spawn. He's got a guy on the rotate, trying to cut it off, and he'll grab one. That's the res online, but crashies double, and Boaster clearing out the rest of the site. What was a very late...
Now has the idea that there's a player in position.
Here.
Jemkin Crash is about to run out, but just at the last second he's able to catch that kill. Boaster not being able to spot the player further, but that will be an immediate retrieval. Wonderful usage of the salvos though. That would be the pickoff of Kaajak for the 2nd time this round. His KD taking a beating. And so are FNATIC in the early stages. They need a response, and well, Jemkin's operator has just been a game changer.
Spike down
From an almost clean round for FNATIC. It's looking like we might get one in response.
Yeah, I love this from RRQ. The salvos there
definitely haven't phased them.
That flash, nicely done. Jemkin not able to hit the shot on the jumping Kaajak. And it will be a 5 versus 4 with the big player of the previous round, the big weapon of the operator down. They try to delay with the salvos, but Kajak's already through. Crashed through the gates on the B site. And he's claimed it for FNATIC. A plant now secured. A 5 versus 3. RRQ, well, you talked about the slow rounds. This was a bit more direct, but we might still get that late round save.
Well, I also think it was Boaster's paranoia that must have just been perfectly placed, because I think that was just an immediate gate crash into the site for Kaajak, and it looks almost silly that he's able to get that kill for free. Very clearly expecting that aggression to come in. Early TP just to try and clear out Switch, the run in. Kajak's already gone down. Smoke going to be thrown back out to try and delay them that little bit further, but it feels like now FNATIC are a little bit more committed. Boaster has made that move eventually, but is the only one out. They're still just trying to get through this choke point. Stuck by Monyet smoke. Well, getting out of here is going to be difficult. Throw that in just to confirm this round. I think clearing out all of the risky angles will just make this so much easier. And playing this as a 4 versus 2 retake, I think the gamble would be is if you left it down to a 1v1 on the site. They're not going to allow that to happen. Chronicle, though, this is what I'm talking about. He's going to try and get aggressive, try and be surprising. They already know where he is. That surprise factor is gone.
Alpha, though, still manages to land a shot. They know where Chronicle is. That was the problem. It's down to the low HP player. He's healed himself slightly. He'll survive a shot, but not to the head.
And the couple of TPs not working out made it incredibly difficult to get out of that choke point. Even still, 4-3 up on the attack side of this map. Already said defense normally better. And what a Hunter's Fury pop. Chronicle's dead to rights. Nice start, in fact. Another tag to be had as well. Not as impactful when they have a Sage, though.
Yeah, not so much. At least
start over the top. Same wall, getting ready to go, but they should be aware of this. Jemkin also holding the line into middle. FNATIC starting to fall flat once again. It's only really Alfajer who's done anything. And well, Kaajak now with 14 seconds, 4 players to find. And guess what? RRQ are not going to be peeking. That would be the scoreline. Fairly easy to step back. It's a slow ult to activate. And then you don't lose any of your weaponry. You can run back in on the retake. And you can see all of this utility being expended, set up to try and make things that little bit more awkward. Well, there's absolutely nobody here.
Yeah, won't be the still garden used, but instead the gate crash alongside the paranoia to clear that backside beat. We've already seen the impact from kaajak, but so passive are RRQ. They tried to disrupt the plant, they won't find it. Chronicle lands a double Boaster on the frenzy, hold on! This is looking very winnable for FNATIC all of a sudden! And xffero falls quickly! Crash now it's online for this round.
Yep.
Rez is there, Hunter's Fury. FNATIC have so much to work with. For RRQ.
But here it is.
One round down, they're on the B site this time, completely trapped in. This is a problem. Kushy, he's gonna have a swarm of locusts descending upon him, but his weapon is back up. The flash catches, but Kushy, good for one, good for two! Against all odds on the back site. He was caught by the steel garden. But he's the one drawing blood till Chronicle again delivers a double.
Chronicle has been impressive. Jemkin rifle retrieved. crashies has that Hunter's Fury, but using it might be difficult. Nice shock dart, but even still a couple. Things were relatively low, but this is starting to look very rough indeed.
Oh, Jemkin, there we go. The return of the op, and of course it's covering deep into mid, so he doesn't have to worry about his left side. He's covering this cross, and eventually that fight is going to be forced out. crashies, but it's more importantly Alfajer with the spike. He's got two! Alpha walls up, pops the res, uses it as a bait for another, but xffero delivers. And a 2 versus 2 spawns from this. With the ult from Boaster, the spike will be reclaimed, but look at Monyet.
Giving his position away. Clearly aware of the potential paranoia to re-swing, but he's not won the fight. And now xffero left on just 20 HP. This will be a tough one to win, but it will come down to the timing. If he can find a gap, find some space, maybe there's an opportunity down to just 10. Facing, oh, but he has managed it with barely any HP left. Look at the defense, because it is much, much harder.
Oh, FNATIC, they're giving them a taste of their own medicine. It's the stack up on mid, 3 instead of RRQ's 4. But they have found 2 picks and left xffero down to 5, a much more successful start. And one of the things I wanted to highlight, Tom, is the man we're on board with right now, Monyet. He has had a tough first half, and a man we have high expectations for. I don't think FNATIC will get to see this side of Monyet for much longer, but for now, certainly a lot more to be desired. And with this pistol, if FNATIC win this, that's both pistols under their belt, which ultimately, in a 7-5 half, the pistol was what made the difference.
Yeah. I think it'd be a bit more damning. What?
All right.
Okay, that's going to help them out a little bit. A full blind shot for one of their players. Monyet's found another. You mentioned him, and he's come alive. And it's starting to get a little bit dangerous. A fight that could change it, but it's the jumping. He's no.
Boaster's going to be walled up here. It's an audacious play, but he goes jumping on top of the box. And xffero in with the early punish. A 3 versus 5 now.
Yeah, I don't mind the idea, but the additional jump made it difficult. Chronicle on the other side, they're going to have at least a little bit of worries about that Guardian after the last round. Alfajer, he's being watched. Well played by Monyet, making sure that lurk can't come in from behind. And while it needs to be a 1v5, it is not going to happen. A solid round.
Already put through on A, alarm bells ringing. FNATIC know the hit's coming in with that paranoia having landed. kaajak doesn't find much. A quieter performance continues. We look for another hero on this site. Alfajer grabs some info, but swings into heavy traffic. Boaster isolated. He'll be taken down after 1. Chronicle and crashies. Okay, that shock dart makes it doable. I was already thinking perhaps the save call, but now they can go for this. And with crazyguy taking a fight alone, he's giving them a real chance. xffero so desperately low. They'll play this together with a flash still in play for Chronicle. That's a good way to burst them out into this site. If xffero doesn't break this, Monyet be blinded up. It's going down below. Oh, it's going up top. Okay, they're clearing it. Now looking to fight together with the reveal. They've seen one, they've seen the other, but xffero lands the shot. And it's all onto crashies. The drop down should be deadly. A double swing, but xffero gets ahead of the play. crashies running out of time, but he'll catch Monyet.
Slowly breaking their way through this utility. Information will be had that there's 2 players around this position. Steel Garden thrown in to try and remove that weaponry, but Jemkin may be already doing enough. 30 seconds left on the clock, and
30 seconds.
oh, there's nobody here anymore, at least with the weaponry. And this hold into mid, it could be a problem. That's a spike down.
Mid.
They need to run back into the hands of Chronicle. He's waiting, but he can't quite win the fight. Jemkin, he's been having a rough game. They could definitely use him helping them out, and with the Hunter's Fury in combination, that creates a distraction. That's the spike on the deck. 15 seconds left. This one's looking a little bit more rushed. They need to get a move on. And Alfajer and Chronicle at the back of this site. All they need to do is hold the line at least a few seconds, and in fact, they've already got the Thorns to do that job for them. FNATIC find their form, and of course, for RRQ to equalize, or it could be the end of the map. Kaajak again, not quite connecting, got to go forward. Position being created, awkward, and the openers for RRQ are fantastic. Nobody really here to try and deny them anymore. The spams from crashies are hopeful at best, especially with them knowing his exact position. And it now comes down to the same decision for FNATIC. Do you risk this?
Oh, I love this from Jemkin. 10 HP in a heads-up duel. He's not going to do very well, so he decides to play that very late wraparound. That should seal the deal. And even if FNATIC decide to go back and save these weapons, he will be waiting. Alpha down, Boaster follows, and crashies inside the smoke. It's soon to fade. I don't think he's got a great chance of holding on to this weapon. And he won't do any damage. It's a
lot of missing pieces, but a big opportunity.
Who's next?
Now is where they need to recover, because RRQ have been building into this attack side.
Oh, here we go. Jemkin finding the info, Kushy finding the tags and finding the IGL of FNATIC. He will lead from the death screen, but Chronicle able to trade things back, removing this extra smokes in the late round. That's going to be quite the blow. It looks like FNATIC want to get ahead of this. They've got 3 players in heaven, but a flash primed and ready. They're thinking about getting aggressive as the Rose Garden goes through. In comes Kaajak. He's found one. A wall bang onto crazyguy, but Jemkin, he's keeping this, well, at least under control for a moment, even with the pistol in play. Late around for xffero is going to be all that it comes down to, but he's got to swing into a plant position that he just cannot deny the defuse from. 12 to 10.
He's going to fight back every single time. Kaajak is going to get himself into the corner.
Okay, Crush.
Is this something that's checked? It is, and while Jemkin has been winning that fight time and time again, his sight hold, though, has been devastating. They're walking into Chronicle's domain, and thus far this game he's been dominant.
Yeah, Chronicle has been the difference maker. Crashies has been pretty reliable. The utilities keeping them out of Boathouse for now. But the push comes to a slow for RRQ. The spike retrieved. They haven't set their sights on it just yet. The run through the smoke successful for xffero. With Chronicle already gone, Boaster and Alpha have a difficult decision. Going for this. And, oh, well, it's no longer a decision. No debate. Jemkin's down, and it's xffero and Monyet against Boaster and Alpha.
They've got a real opportunity. Back into the 2 versus 2. Maybe expectations that there'll be somebody within this smoke already. Alfajer not really willing to risk it, but eventually jumps through, but doesn't realize maybe there's somebody on the other side. They will now, and even going to trade it out. The TP used as bait. Monyet to try and keep them in the map, and he cannot do it.